All right, everyone, we're joined by Rapids head coach Chris Armas. We'll start with his opening thoughts and then open up to questions.
Listen, it's noteworthy on the night, armed services night in our building. I know that 60 members were sworn in at halftime. This is a great night to be part of it. I'm glad they were here in our building to celebrate with us with that. On a night where, I've said it before with draws. Sometimes they feel like a win, sometimes like a loss. It feels like a 0.1 in the end against a good team to be down by a goal. They're a stingy defensive team. They put teams in difficult games. Most teams, when you watch them, don't really understand how to meet the demands of those games against the New York Red Bulls. But I think our guys did that. And when we needed to push the tempo and the pace and get the goal, we did, and we created a few more chances. So I'm proud of the guys for the point earned tonight.
Matt Pollard, Burgundy Wave. Chris, you downplayed it a little bit against NYCFC a few months ago. Did this game mean more for you and Omir, given your connections with New York Red Bull, or was it just another game you were trying to get a result in?
Matt, I think earlier in my life, I might have thought this way. I can tell you with 100%, honesty. I knew I'd see a few friendly faces. Tony Giroux, the performance coach, Sean Nealis, the kid I drafted. And that was really it. It's not like revenge or I worked for that club. I didn't. When I was a player for the LA Galaxy and got traded to the Chicago Fire, all I want to do is beat the LA Galaxy and win the game. I didn't feel that way. My mind is so focused on a result, a big win, 3 more points, close to where we want to be.
Thank you.
Brayden Nurse with the Denver Post. Just kind of curious about your decision to not use all 5 subs tonight, given, you need a goal to get 3 points. It's the hottest night of the year, and you've got 2 more big games this week.
Yeah, look, it's always something that it's the art and the science with it. And as a coach and coaches, I believe you have to try to, like we ask players to meet the demand of a game, the coaches meet the demand. What does the team need? What does the game need? Do we need a goal? How can we help the players? And sometimes if it's not broke, I don't think you need to fix it. So I think if you look at the substitutions we made, Oliver looked a little tired a little bit. We made that move to get the 2 strikers on. Omir looked a little, we were already talking about the wingers. They're usually the first to go type of thing. So we knew that Johnny, Calvin were a little light. He was injured in a little injury in warm-up. We were just cautious with a groin, but that Johnny and Kamani would come on. Both of them did. And we tried to push to be aggressive to get the victory. So the only other one we thought about was Jasper. He's an energetic player. But once you make that move, you lose the set piece threat with Connor Ronan. So there's a method to the madness, and that was the way we wanted to go. In the end, sometimes you make moves and you lose the game, and sometimes you win, and we got the draw, which I think was well earned.
Hi, Keith Richards, Team MBS Media. You mentioned Calvin. He got the groin injury before the match, and then Omir came out as well. What's the status on those 2 currently?
I'm not sure with Omir. I think it's just a little knock. I think so. And Calvin came into today from training yesterday with a little tight groin. So with so many important games ahead of us, we wanted to be cautious, and it's probably the right decision to rest him tonight and see if he can be available for Wednesday. But it doesn't seem to be anything that serious with either one of them.
What did you think of Omir tonight, and what kind of is your message to him after the game, given he's had a few chances, really good chances that haven't gone in the past couple of games?
I don't have a lot of messages for players after games. It's not my coaching style. Oftentimes I'm hugging a player, congratulating a player, say, hey, good job. I use the time during the week to have the deeper conversations about, hey, these moments or some of the attacking stuff. So Omir, he's getting himself into some good spots, like you say, and I thought he was pretty solid tonight. I thought he was good. You can see that his ability to wiggle out of spots it's one of his qualities. I think is what we love so much, and and he knows the Red Bull system really well. So you can see that. I thought he had a solid night tonight.
Zach was put in a bunch of tough spots tonight, but and outside of the one goal, made some really good saves. What did you think of his performance tonight?
Yeah, look, I think Zach continues to be a solid force for us back there. He's a rock, and he came up big tonight. You know, a couple of those breakaways. One, he's off his line. He's connected. He's reading some of the through balls because that their style of play. New York Red Bulls, they're constantly looking for threats behind, which requires our back line to be engaged, but also our goalkeeper. He did a really good job, even the 1v1 where he's on an angle, and he times it perfectly. Where on a touch, he comes out, makes himself big, and keeps us in it. So his distribution, you can see, he can help start and build attacks, and I think he continues to be a solid, a solid regular for us.
Chris, in my 8 seasons covering the team, I don't remember a lot of hydration breaks for night games, certainly afternoon games like against LAFC. Is that something you look to take advantage of from a coaching standpoint? You know, it's not something we see a whole lot of. Is there an opportunity to take advantage of that?
Yeah. Listen, our style of play requires intensity, energy, and if our guys can get a little bit of a break, I think that helps. It also gives you a chance to offer some little tactical tidbits to guys as they come off. And, we have I wish we had every 15 minutes we could call a little TO. It's always something you want to relay to players, and oftentimes you got to wait to halftime or make something that they can hear while it's going on. But yeah, listen, mostly for the safety of players, this is important. These hydration breaks, and we don't get too much involved there, but it's good that we had that. And yeah, it was tough conditions tonight.
Chris, last one from me. Just your thoughts on Kamani and Adam heading to the U20s.
Yeah, these are great experiences. We see Mihalovic, what he had for him, come back even better for it. Now Kamani and Adam, young players that get those types of experiences, where they're going to play. It seems like both of them will play a lot, and again, big experiences for young players, whether it's just us or elsewhere, are important. So I'm always behind those opportunities for players, and I'm looking forward to watching those guys on that stage.
So you got 3 players going out, but you also have one coming back in Moise Bamito. Have you had a chance to watch any of his matches with Canada, and have you seen anything that's going to help him with the team moving forward for the rest of the season?
Well, I've watched all of his matches except today. I know he scored one of the penalties, and they lost in penalties, but and I've spoken to Moise along the way. So he's played in some really good games. Copa America exposes players to not just CONCACAF, but South American powerhouses. 2 games against Argentina, the best player in the world, Messi. Imagine what he sees live time, the speed of play, the intelligence that he's having to play against. And I like that, yes, Canada plays with similar philosophy, very front foot, puts center backs in tough situations, covering ground, putting out fires. So he'll come back sharp, but he'll also come back with a lot of confidence that only those types of experiences can give a young player.
Chris, last one for me. 4 games for Hoffa without a goal. Any concerns or frustration there, or things that you're working on to get him in better positions?
Well, no, we work every day at it. He's getting himself in good spots. You can see tonight in and around the goal, again, against a pretty stingy defense. But no, there's no concerns. He's sharp. He's training well. He's healthy. He's in really good form. Goals will keep coming from him.
Oh, I had one really quick, Peter. Sorry. Kinsey Frag, Colorado Rapids Digital. 7 games unbeaten at home right now, and we have a huge match coming up with the Rocky Mountain Cup. What would you say is the message to the fans right now to continue to support us, especially heading into one of the biggest games of the year?
Yeah, look, seven games unbeaten at home, and most of them are wins there, which is good. To our fans, I've said it. They make a big difference. I think more than the altitude. I think that they come out here, they make noise, they're knowledgeable. I'm asking our fans to come out, keep making the noise, get behind the boys. It really sways things. It's a big reason why we're getting results and victories at home. So this cup means a lot to our fans coming up, and it means therefore a lot to us. We're going to go after it, and we're looking forward to a full house come Saturday night. We want to lift a trophy for them. It's a championship game in our minds. So yeah, come on out and bring the noise.
Yeah, I thought the boys were good tonight. It's a tough night. It was hot. The Red Bulls were They were on us. They pressed well. They took away options and some passing lanes that we usually get down the side and get some chances with. So they had a good game plan, and I thought the boys were really good to crawl back and claw back and get a goal, and so we could get a point.
Braden Nurse with the Denver Post. Just, I know you got to go through film throughout the week, but just what did you see on that goal? What maybe could have been better in that moment?
The goal against?
Yeah.
I mean, I started off with a shanked punt, but I think that I think we still could have dealt with it and cut out a passing lane, and I think we were just a little too reactive on that play, and they took it well. They came down the field and played some good football and finished well.
Matt Pollard, Burgundy Wave, Zach, 90-degree heat to start. Not a lot of hydration breaks here at DSGP for night games and everything. You're a goalkeeper. You're not running around. How do you motivate or try to help the guys just when they're leggy and it's super hot out there?
Yeah, I just continue to support them and push them and communicate, keep going, and I just support them with my voice as best as I can, and just tell them to stay focused and keep going, just to keep that in the back of their heads, and so that they can hear it, to keep going and keep running.
Hi, Keith Richards, Team MBS Media. You have some players going out. Georgie's already gone. KSB and Boudry are going to be gone, but you do have Most Bambita coming back. What do you look forward to most with Most coming back on the team after his time at Copa America?
Yeah, he's at a good tournament. So looking forward to his charisma and his energy, and hopefully, not hopefully, but his experience from the Copa. I know that'll give him confidence and to keep going and confidence in his play. So we do lose a couple key players, but getting him back will help for sure.
On that same note, Adam is going to go to the U20s. Just your thoughts on him, his progression this year, and I assume that means Ethan gets a shot on the bench this week as well.
Yeah, really excited for Adam. His hard work, his professionalism, his demeanor, everything. He deserves this, and I hope he goes there and gets minutes and plays, and they qualify, of course, and all the best to him. Really good for Ethan, and experience for Ethan to come up and be on the bench for a couple games and get that experience. So this is what you want out of your team. It's obviously you want to have a full healthy team and all your players together, but you want your guys to be doing well and getting called up and to the national team and going out as much as it may hurt us. It's really good for them.
Zach, a trend that maybe I've noticed, let me know if you disagree, where there's been some goals conceded where the back line kind of collapses to deal with the opponent going forward, and then there's space for an attacker to go in between where the midfield is. Saw it against St. Louis, saw it tonight a little bit. Not saying anyone's at fault, but is there something there structurally that you guys can improve on that, or how do you better deal with those moments?
I think we just have to train it. We were doing really well with that for a couple months, and we were training that. It happens so quick. We'll go back in the video and look at it again, but I think we can train it some more, just to get more reps and training. But the guys, the back line have been class in front of me. Have really allowed me not to do too much in a lot of games. So it's obviously not something we want to happen. We don't want to concede, but this will definitely make us stronger and wiser and more experienced for sure going forward.
So 2 big matches coming up this week. You got the Galaxy on Wednesday, but the big one being Saturday against Real Salt Lake, with an opportunity for the Rapids to bring home that cup for the first time in a long time. Being that this is your first year here, what would it mean for you to bring that trophy back home for the fans?
Be amazing. For the fans. I mean, the fans have been spectacular this year, and Yeah. Yeah, an opportunity to lift a trophy in front of them. I mean, that's incredible. I mean, we play this game to compete and win games and lift trophies, and there's an opportunity there for us. So I hope we really just take it and hold onto it and don't let go of it that night.
On the same note, just what is kind of your approach, your message to the team as one of the vocal leaders, just given, these two big games this week?
Yeah, I think we will first and foremost we have to recover. We have to recover. Yeah, get our legs back from under us because it was a hot night. We ran a lot, and Wednesday, of course, is gonna be tough. We got to travel, and LA's gonna want to, yeah, obviously win at home. Get back on winning ways. So yeah, we just have to stay calm, trust ourselves, stick together, and just stick to our guns and stick to our game plan.
Zach, last one from me. It's been a minute since Father's Day. You any better at diaper changing with or without the gloves?
Yeah, I'd like to do it without the gloves at home. Keep them clean for the games. Yeah, no, it's yeah, diapers are going well. I mean, it's nice because my missus will do most of them because I'm working. So I think Vogue and I have a good timing. So I haven't done too many diapers lately, which is nice.
All right, thanks.